everyone from the Botanical Gardens. This is Christy Schmidt, Director of Education. I've put together another short video for you with all the different trees and shrubs that you could see that are in flower currently. Check it out and enjoy. I wanted to show off another lovely flowering magnolia. This one is a beautiful yellow color. So you can find this remarkable tree right in the front of the entrance to the Botanical Gardens here on South Park. So take a look at these flowers. They're not quite open all the way just yet, but look at that amazing yellow color. And magnolias, again, are gonna have large buds, and these ones are still a little bit fuzzy. You can see on this flower here how there's still a little bit of fuzz from that outer layer of bud. A really lovely tree. Look at the contrast of these flowers against that blue sky today. Wow. Up next, we have the Allegheny serviceberry. So the Latin for this is Amelanchier laevis. So why it's called serviceberry, everywhere that you see these white flowers, once they've been pollinated, there'll be lots and lots of berries in their place. These berries provide great food service to many different birds and other creatures. So not only is this a really pretty ornamental shrub, especially in the spring, it's gonna help some wildlife. Another shrub with early spring blooms is this lovely flowering quince. Look at all of these just starting to open up on our shrub here. Really lovely. I like the color right before they open too. Flowering quince was actually another one of our really popular pre-sale shrubs for the Great Plant Sale this year. So it's also another plant in the rose family. And this one's native to China. It's got 5 petals on the flowers. Really showy, really pretty. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Another thing to note with flowering quince is because it's in the rose family, you're also going to have thorns along the branches. So thorns serve as a defense for the plant. If you've got lovely flowers, which will then, once they're pollinated, make fruit, you kind of want to protect yourself a little bit. So there's some thorns. It's in the rose family, it's got thorns. This plant, located in our outdoor perennial peace garden, is absolutely beautiful in spring. This is the Japanese kerria. The Latin is Kerria japonica. Another common name for this plant would be the marigold bush. It's in the rose family, can be found in China and Japan, and it's got these lovely rose-like beautiful yellow flowers, and just so happy on this shrub right here. This was actually one of the plants in our pre-sale for our Great Plant Sale this year. A really, really cool shrub to add to a collection. So over here in our native garden, we've got another dogwood. So if you remember back to our original tree video around Arbor Day, we looked at our Cornelian cherry dogwood, Cornus moss. This is a different variety. This one's growing in our native garden here, the flowering dogwood. So here, a lot of what folks think are the petals, these parts here, are actually bracts. So they're just modified leaves that are modified to look showy. The flowers are going to be in the center part. So much like a poinsettia. So when it's our poinsettia exhibit, the red parts that look like petals are, again, more modified leaves called bracts that are showy and provide some similar function to a petal. So also with a dogwood tree, how to tell it apart is by its bark. That pun works both ways. So if we take a look at the bark here, it's very patchy, very blocky, very distinguished looking bark of the dogwood. So another tree here in our native garden. I have been waiting and checking on it almost daily to wait for it to open up a little bit more so I can film it to show everyone. Look how beautiful our native eastern redbud. This is Cercis canadensis. And look at these beautiful pink flowers that are opening up. Look how gorgeous. So that beautiful pink color can be found here in a redbud. So this is a great native alternative to plant in your yard or garden compared to, say, maybe a flowering crab. This one's going to give you some beautiful pink color, just like some of those flowers would be, and bonus, it's native. It's also in the legume family. Look how pretty. Another thing that I love about this tree is when it leaves out, it'll have the cutest heart-shaped leaves. So I wanted to show you how important the redbud is to our pollinators. This tree right now is absolutely buzzing with bees, and oh, it's just so happy.